Okay, I'm going to just do today what you do a lot in Warframe, and that's farming, grinding. Hopefully from this I'll get some stances, maybe some Moroccan cells, experience. So I'm ranking up my Zephyr, which I recently acquired after getting all that Oxium and the Kogake. So let's start up a mission. I've been noticing there's one alliance that seems to dominate most of the dark sectors, and that's Eclipse, and some of their credit tributes were set to like 50%. I don't know if that's the maximum or if they're just flaunting their dominance, or I don't know why, but when it started out, it was very popular to say that you wouldn't charge any taxes. And now, after people put effort into it, they want all they can get.
The first life support capsule has arrived. Activate it when your supply is low.
I'm still getting used to the floatiness of Zephyr. It's just a little more floaty than other Warframes. Hovers in the air. Been meaning to try the change to Ash Blade Store, but haven't got around to it. Still ranking something. This Fracturing Wind, not very rare for a stance. I already have a few Fracturing Winds. Stances I'm looking for are more drop from ancient disruptors and toxic agents, and are rare, so from an uncommon enemy to a rare mod, the chances go down quite a bit.
That should keep you going for a while.
I've found the Angstrom to be a pretty effective weapon. Most spread of damage across a wide area. Just don't blow yourself up with it. Not good for close range combat. I keep my carrier shotgun, my sentinel, pretty well modded for damage, so it keeps things away from me. Pretty helpful. I'm not getting enough personal life support drops.
Life support has been replenished. Life support has arrived.
Oh, spreading rockets high and low as well. Not making it to their targets. begin to recognize the rooms for how fast enemies spawn when you're in them. There's certain rooms with the highest spawn rate.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
After I finish ranking my Kogake, I will have hopefully gained all the weapon mastery achievements, and I think the melee weapon mastery. They give you mastery rank experience.
Life support activated. When you are ready, go to extraction. Our operative is making progress. This will help our cause. Heavy devastation ahead.
So the Zephyr can make pretty good jumps with a little energy.
Life support has been replenished.
Thinking about just heading for
Get ready for a capsule.
the exit. Just farm credits mostly. I won't get to kill as many disruptors and toxic ancients, but
I've delivered another life support capsule.
it might be doable, but no, I think I'll head for the exit. Maybe I'll take some of the rare ability mods and things that definitely never need to drop. Try to transmute them. I don't know if anyone I know has had much luck with transmuting, but
Mission complete.
there's a chance.
Excellent
A
work.
small chance. It could happen. You could get that mod that you need, you don't have. So yeah, taxes taking a bite out of my profits. 11K. It's not too bad.
Your job is to distract the enemy while a fellow Tenno operative raids the ship for much-needed supplies. Make your presence known. They've turned off critical life support systems. I suspected they would try this. Stand by for support. The first life support capsule has arrived. Activated when your supply is low. Heavy infestation ahead. Get ready. Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be on the lookout.
always thought one way they could amp the difficulty from the levels is to make the enemies faster. They seem, most times, at least common infested enemies are far too slow to be of a challenge after a while. Rhino have a Supra or a Dacra or there's quite a few laser rifles in the game now. I'm also in favor of tweaking the drop rates just slightly, just ever so slightly. It's less common mods. I mean, I don't need to have 50 rupture mods.
That should keep you going for a while.
And just slightly more rare mods, and maybe skew the results to mods you're not carrying in your inventory. If that's at all possible. In loot dropping systems, it tends to be a lot more fun to be making some progress when you play. So if I'm continually seeing the same mod drop over and over and over, and there's a 0.2% chance of getting something new, it really starts to drag. So as a case for a loot system being managed like this is Diablo 3. Diablo 3 used to have a pretty harsh loot system where it was hard to get anything good. You could get 50 rare crossbows and 1 out of 1,000 would be worth keeping or have slightly higher stats just because the random generator.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Made you really lucky.
Second warning. We're running out of time. Consider extraction.
So
the raid is off to a successful start.
They fixed this, changed their loot system in their latest patch. Their expansion, and
life support activated.
It was
Get ready for a capsule.
very well received. The items tended to be upgrades to the items that you were carrying and using, instead of constantly getting drops that were not even worth picking up. That's kind of the same situation here in Warframe. A lot of common mods, once you have
Additional life support.
obtained 10 or more are just really not worth picking up. Really not worth picking up anymore, and you farm a specific
Life support has been
enemy to get what you want, but you can go 10 to 20 games without seeing it. Games can go from 15-20 minutes on average. So yeah, a lot of people were pretty frustrated with the random number generation
Prepare for life support.
in this game. So
I've delivered another life support capsule.
So another run, just over 5 minutes. Ran out of life support, and my partner here is
Another job well executed.
oh, I got sell that time. Not bad. Not gaining too much experience with only these short runs, but do what you can. Later I might get see what people in my clan are doing. Our alliance, I've picked up some groups in alliance a few times. Now is not the peak hours. It's kind of off the off hours. Just a little casual farming.
A lone Tenno operative is raiding this ship for supplies. You are here to distract the enemy. Trigger the alarm.
It is kind of fun to jump around. Sometimes try to time
They have just shut down all systems.
things
I'm
right.
sending
Look like a
life support
ninja.
capsules your way.
Supposed to be ninjas, right?
I delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Still looking for the ability to substitute a blow for a
Get ready.
wooden decoy. It's a very ninja move.
Look for personal life support modules dropped by fallen enemies.
feel like the tornado as well. I'm not usually one to spam ultimates because I don't find them as fun as, you know, first-person, third-person shooter gameplay of aiming and firing a weapon that feels powerful. Or the melee weapons if they have a good, solid feel to them. I guess Chicken Bar didn't want to stay.
Life support has been replenished.
Sometimes the life support capsule will drop a little help for me. From the looks of the Soma that it fires off large hollow point rounds, something like that. Something boss. Half moon clip, I suppose you could call it. I suppose it's just kind of an extended version of an assault rifle clip. An AK-47. I'm also... I like that they tried to put in different, like, slightly tougher enemies, Eximus versions of the normal enemies. You know, it's a valiant try, but I'm never a fan of adding glow effects to things. I mean, I guess that would make it the life of the party if you were just always glowing, emitting light. But it just doesn't feel natural or like a really good effort to make variety of enemies. They could use things that their own customization graphics they use for Warframes, where they put armor pieces and Sindanas and, you know, bigger shoulder pads and a giant razor maw on this one, and then
consider extraction.
Give this charger a charge attack. Give it a leap attack. You know, a dangerous attack that's on a cooldown, so you don't have to consistently over and over again get mauled repetitively, but perhaps dodge at the beginning
Tenno, prepare for life support.
Some slight telegraphing to their movements to tell you that they're going to give you a heavy attack. Another glowing lever. And I can't say that I don't like this game, that it's not exceptional for what it is. Even though I can find imperfections in what they're doing, they're still doing something pretty great. That's why I'm still playing Warframe. I'm excited for some of their upcoming new features that sound pretty bold. Personal spaceship, a focus system. I'm sure if the focus system has a lot of value to it, I'll feel pretty gypped for using all these rank 30 weapons for so long and getting nothing. But that's just been the evolution of the game. I spent most of the platinum that I bought on things that now I wouldn't have spent platinum on. I would have earned my Ash Warframe back when it was like a novelty. It looked like the stealthiest ninja frame in the game with shuriken and teleportation. It was pretty appealing, and there was no real good way to obtain it except through platinum. And once a developer starts taking flack for being pay to win and too much of your game is locked behind a paywall, they began to ease up. Which is a good direction. If I could earn that Ash Warframe now, which would be a lot easier for me, and get that platinum back, I would. But I don't know that they can implement that. The other thing I spent platinum on prematurely was the Vanguard Rhino helmet. I thought, wow, this is like one of the best items in the game. It makes the toughest Warframe have good speed, thus making it just superior, and I would suddenly reach a new level of a new tier of effectiveness, and it was. I mean, I think the very next day I saw the alert for it, and I got the Vanguard helmet blueprint, and now they've taken the extra speed off the helmets altogether. So it's tough. I think it filled kind of a niche where you wanted a specific mod that didn't take up a slot, that fixed some weakness in your frame and made it more playable. So people wanted those helmets, and I'm sure they earned quite a bit selling those. Once they started showing up on alerts, more often they didn't anymore. So if their focus system somehow fit that niche where I could spend some points from affinity in getting more speed and less stamina on my Rhino Warframe, because I decided to spend points and specialized in the Rhino Warframe that way. That would be a a good solution. Better than the helmets fixing it. Well, it looks, even though I'm soloing now, it looks like I'm getting enough life support to stay. So I'll probably stay to around 15 minutes. Shooting headshots. Now I see a design decision with these defense and survival, because your enemy almost takes a different shape depending on how many there are. It becomes a different fight just because there's 5 agents charging you from 3 different directions. You know, that kind of scales up the gameplay without programming a complicated AI or a variety of attacks. So kind of went in that direction, and I don't blame them. It makes the game feel fast-paced. You're just taking out enemies left and right. So it's provided some enjoyment. Kind of after you've been in the game for a while, you start to see patterns in the design choices, and it becomes kind of a hobby to evaluate how games are made, what goes into their choices in development. It's not always just a good or bad design decision, since a lot of entertainment value comes from novelty. Just having something different that the player hasn't seen before. And that can come without big, logical, rational design choices. Some of the stupidest games are the most popular. Just because they're crazy and different, or just by the sheer fact that they're dumb. And ranked up to level 19. No rare mounts.
Mission complete.
But
Excellent work, Tenno.
we farmed in the off hours and discussed something. So I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, or participate in the conversation. Tell me what you think about what I said, my gameplay, video quality, anything. Just leave a comment, and see you next time.